So I'm going to teach you how to create a question bank. And you might ask, what's the reason why we need to create a question bank? Now, so when you create quizzes, you can actually just create questions without storing them in question banks, but it is recommended that we use question banks so that you can create as many questions as you want, reuse them in your course, or even create random questions in your quiz so that each student will not have exactly the same question at any given time. Now, so to create your question bank, you just have to go to your settings or your gear icon, and then you go to question bank, and notice that notice that I'll go back to that part again. Notice that you have here questions, categories, import, and export, and these four options are exactly the same option that you'll find if if you look at these tabs here. You have questions, categories, import, and export. So we're not going to create any question yet. Let's first create categories. And when you say categories, it could be that you want to sort your questions based on the type of question, like perhaps organize your true and false questions, your multiple choice questions, your short answer questions, etc. Or you may also create categories based on your topics. So you may create one topic for each, or one category for each chapter, so that you know that each questions you're trying to generate will come from this this particular topic or chapter. So just to do that, you just have to go to the categories tab, and then here you have the default for C101. Now remember that 101 is the name of my course. That's the short name for Computing 101. So this may be different in your case. And then you have here add category, and the default setting is default for C101. So just leave it like that, and then you might type in, say for example, that the name of my chapter is, say, input devices. So I'm going to group all my questions based on chapters. So let's say that I have one chapter for input devices, so I'll just add category. You may also further describe what input devices is, and then just type in add category. So you now have input devices, and then you can add some more. So let's say, let me just create two chapters. Let's say that I have another chapter for output devices. So it shows here already in my case because I already used that previously. And then just click add category. So as you can see, this 0 here are the number of questions that are directly under that particular category. So by default, of course, there are no questions yet that we have created right after we create the categories. Now, so you can now create questions and tag them as under input devices or belonging to your output devices category, but you can further create categories under input devices. So let's say that input devices is your chapter, and within that chapter you have true or false type of questions, or you have multiple type of questions. You can create categories for that as well. So I'm not going to demonstrate that here, but because it really depends on how you want to organize your questions. Or okay, let's do that. True or false. So I'll just add that there. Oh, by the way, this is supposed to be So what I want to happen supposedly is that this true or false question will be a subcategory of input devices or output devices. So I'll just click that there and select move up, and I'll just click on the right arrow key so that it will become a child of input devices. So this means that under my chapter input devices, I will have a subcategory called true or false. And let's say I also want to create another, category under input devices. So I just click input devices or select input devices here, and then so that becomes the parent category, and then type in, say, short answer, add category. So I now have true or false and short answer for the first chapter that I have recognized, which is input devices. And then you might want to also create these subcategories for output devices or another chapter. So let's say for output devices, I also want to create true or false. Okay, I just want to call that true or false questions. So there. And then again, under output devices, I would create another short answer, or let's say multiple choice. Okay, so it really is up to you. So if, for example, for the entire course, you just want to create a question bank that categorizes all true or false, all short answer, regardless of which chapter they belong, that can also be done. Okay, so once you're done with that, then you're good.